This is an open letter to Adam Savage and anybody else who happens to be listening. Um, Basically, I wanted to first start out with this is in relation to the tweet that you had. And just to be fair, let me read the tweet exactly. Hey, this is just to remind everyone that our democracy is literally crumbling in favor of autocracy and fascism, and that our criminal in chief and the GOP establishment are carving up the spoils. This is an emergency. If you support them, and in caps, you are on the wrong side. Um, I want to first start out with an apology. Okay? When I first read that, my knee jerk reaction was, oh, I can't, all right, screw it, unfollow. In fact, you even had a response to somebody who, yeah, go ahead and unfollow me. So I apologize. That was basically the wrong thing to do. It was a little heated at the moment for me, and it was just wrong. I shouldn't have done that. And, I waited a couple of minutes and I went back to refollow. Refollow? Follow again? Not sure. Follow again. Here's the thing. I should not have done that because I disagree with you. And the main thing is, I had responded to, I had sent you a response that basically that for some reason we have this, my way or the highway attitude. I think that's a problem with this country right now. Everybody is my way or the highway. Nobody is wrong anymore. I didn't cause the accident. You ran into me. No, I didn't cause the accident. You didn't give me the right of way. We can't say we're wrong. I can tell you when I'm wrong. It's usually when I'm awake. But we've lost that capacity to just say, look, dude, all right, you happen to be wrong. It seems like it's being taken as that I'm calling you evil. I'm calling you a bad man. I'm calling you rotted to the inner core. No, just we have a difference of opinion. I think you're wrong in this. We have to get away from that. It's no longer that anymore. And that's why I'm apologizing to you. I was wrong, and just, oh, that's it. I don't like you anymore. Unfollow. And I asked you a question. I asked you, what is your favorite, who's your favorite baseball team? Here's the reason why I'm asking that. I'm going to be Kruskin. I am going to, through mental acuity, I am going to predict who your team is. And not just that, because it's going to be in the future, because it could be days before you even see this. I am in the future. You are going to put in your mind who you are rooting for in the World Series. I can picture it in my mind. I can see it. It's coming clear. Oh, now you're changing it just to trick me. Come on, be honest. Now think of it. Really? Oh man, they don't have any. Come on, the coach hasn't been that good since the minors. I mean, you really into that? I mean, okay. First of all, I know nothing about sports. I'll be honest with you. And that's the thing. That's not the point of it. The point is, you and I can disagree. You could be right. Your team may go all the way to the Final Four or the Super Bowl or the World Series or the Tiddlywinks Channel. It doesn't matter because you know what? Your team may not even get up to that far. It may go out eventually. Or it may even get to, but lose the last one. That happens. And you know what? Next year, we're going to be having this conversation all over again. Your team is great. Oh, no, you didn't. We don't flip the table. We don't burn down the village. We disagree. It happens. We don't have a national sport. We don't have a national definition of art or music or poetry or comedy. We don't have a national beverage. Drink national cola. That's all there is. You go to a food court. There's a wide range of food of all sorts of things. You don't have just one booth that has Here's your gruel. We disagree. We have all sorts of disagreements about all sorts of things. Everything that you and I would talk about, there's some things that we may find in common. There's some things that we may disagree with. Your whole entire series of Mythbusters was about how things that you didn't know the answer to this, but you still took the myth on, and you might have, hey, wow, I didn't expect that. That was the thing where sometimes you find things in agreement. Sometimes you find things you disagree with, and that's okay. This part over here, it's politics. It's just bleeping politics. It's not life and death. Dude, we have to get past this concept that everything that's happening in Washington, D.C., all right, every now and then I see on like the Priuses or VW Bugs or, shop locally or be responsible, shop locally. And I get that. You want to try and support local growers, local stores instead of the big box mart. I get that. Then why do you put all your faith and trust in people thousands of miles away? I mean, let's make certain. Hold on. I have to wait for it. What's the difference between... Oh, no. Sorry. I did that wrong. What's the distance between Los Angeles and Washington, D.C.?
Washington is about 2,693 miles from Los Angeles by car, or about 2,299 miles as the crow flies.
So that's over 2,500 miles. Why would you put all your faith and trust into solving all your problems to somebody who when was the last time you even saw your senator or gone to their office or your House of Representatives or even the state, just the state? When was the last time hey, you know what? I got a problem with this over here. And they actually listened and paid attention. And within a couple of weeks, hey, you got a bill that's coming out and it's being voted for and all that. We have to get away from thinking that a group of people who poll after poll after poll has like 30% approval rating. They rate just slightly higher than cesspool cleaner workers. And there's a reason. The running joke for 30, 40 years is that politicians lie. But oh no, not my guy. My party, they're great. Here's the news. All of them are worthless. We need to make the unemployment rate of Washington, D.C. 100%. Down to meter maids. None of them. President, Congress, House of Representatives, Senate, the bureaucracy, all of them, they're worthless. They are not helping us. They are gaining power by dividing us. They need us to be you and me at each other's throats. Now, you and me may never be friends. But why is it that we have to be enemies? Why? We don't need... There are and I looked this up, thank you Google, 325.6 million Americans. All of them can't be in agreement with you. But why write them off and don't want to hear from you? Some of them might even be fans of your show. Some of them might be fans of what, tested.com. And, might see you in Comic-Con conventions and all this other stuff. You're just going to say, oh, well, you don't agree with me about this movie. I really like this movie. Screw you, you don't like it. Do you do that? I don't do that. Write you off because you don't like, the way I dress. Or the way my hair, got screwed up here. At some point, we have to get away from that. Because they are gaining power. And it's both sides. Don't vote for them. They hate you, or they're going to do this to you. They're taking away your freedom. or they're taking away this from you. We have to get back to solving my problems, then solving the family's problems, then my friends, and then the community, then the city, and then try and work from there. Okay? There's a couple of books that I read. First one's called Demon, spelled Daemln. The other one, the sequel to it, is Freedom. I think Daniel Suarez. If I'm incorrect, I apologize, and I can always, if you want to know. But basically, I think this book is up your alley, quite honestly. It's not science. It's science fiction, but it's science eventual. I think science. Why hasn't this happened today? Really briefly, you have a couple of murders, horrific murders, and it's all leading to this man who's dead. He's a super genius in computers, and he basically created like a World of Warcraft type of computer system where you have all these people playing together. And he basically unleashes a demon, a program that scours through the internet and takes over corporations and things like that. Does all sorts of things. And it's a very interesting storyline of why this hasn't happened today. The second book, Freedom, it's a year later, and it's the society of how it's changing with these programs going on, and where you find that you have these communities that are forming. And they're called Holons, Holon, and basically they're using like Google Glass type of thing, where they see virtual reality around them. Like it's called Dspace. They can see all the stuff. So they are getting like blueprints for free energy. And they're creating these towers, and they're creating their whole communities around them. And the whole point of these holons is to be self-sufficient and to essentially be accountable to each other. And if they need something, they can go over to another holon community to get that. But the whole point is to try and be as self-sufficient as possible. And they have such a freedom of information going between them. They need this type of water desalination for in a desert, or a means of production of food over here. And it is amazing. It's like, I want to be there. So it's so cool. It actually sounds so great. I want to do that. And the whole point is that in both of the books, the government is trying to stop them, and they are doing it really like nasty ways of doing it. And you're like, yeah, I'm actually with the dead guy on this one. Yeah, he started out really bleeping bad, but you know what? I think I'm actually rooting for him now. But we got to get to those where it's us. We can't have faceless bureaucrats fixing things for us that have no investment in our lives anymore. They are tearing us apart. And I'm sorry, your tweet tells me that there's a lot of people that are like this, that I can no longer stand you. And quite frankly, Donald Trump is just a symptom. You have people that were so frustrated with the way this is, they said, all right, look, yeah, give it to this guy. Because there are a lot of people that voted for him. They voted for him because they liked the message, or because he's such a great entertainer to draw in, that is. Or they just didn't like the message of Hillary Clinton. Or they said, look, she's done some really scary stuff. I think she's a felon. She should be in jail. I am not voting for her. Or they're pissed off at the fact that she literally stole the election from Bernie. Look, I think Bernie's wrong. But I'm standing with him. Hillary, he had a legitimate shot. And she took it from him with the super delegates. Look, if it was a fair fight, primaries and all that other stuff, and just the primaries, he won. Oh, you know, the super delegates. Oh no, we take it over here. She cheated. Bernie Sanders could have, soared or failed on his own, and the people could have decided on that. Nobody was given that choice because Hillary cheated. I'll bet you $1. A lot of people that were Bernie Sanders said, "Screw you, I'm voting for Trump just because, despite you." I'd like to hear your opinion on it. Honestly, I'd like to hear your opinion on that. But a lot of people just did not like Hillary. I walked away from the Democrat Party long before there was a walk away because of Bill and Hillary. And because the Democratic Party went for them. No, they were corrupt as hell 20 years ago. They didn't get any better. All right? And yeah, a lot of people are saying some nasty things because they're upset that she lost and that he won. But we got to get past it, or there is going to be a second civil war. Please, somebody make me a liar on this. But, dude, the tweet you gave, I can feel you're upset. But the country isn't crumbling. It's not. Democracy is not crumbling. You might disagree with this, but it means that there is just too much power. This huge juggernaut. I actually had an argument with a friend of mine. This was when Bush and Gore were going after it. And I had made the comment, if you create this juggernaut, eventually somebody that you're not going to like is going to be in the driver's wheel. Are you going to be happy with that? And, no, it's never going to happen. And what happened? Bush won. Stop talking with me. So now you have this huge juggernaut that's now 20 times bigger than it was with Bush versus Gore time. And now you got the Grand Cheeto. The point is, let's take away all the toys and put it back in the shelf where they belong. It's too much there. We need more back over here. And like I said, I could be wrong. Please talk to me. Explain to me where I'm wrong, where we disagree. Pardon me. Sorry. But this, I don't care if unfollow me and all that. You're a man of reason, a man of logic. I've gone and done those types of events. But how can you have a reasoned discussion if you block off half the equation? With mathematics, with just political discourse. I mean, it's bleeping politics. Come on. It's just, this stuff, in the end, doesn't matter. And it shouldn't matter. And it shouldn't make you close yourself off from people just because they disagree with you. I was wrong in doing that to you. And I'm sorry. I'm hoping that you listen and that perhaps maybe, not change your mind. I mean, I have a simple philosophy. It's really easy. I take a part of myself, I leave it on the table. That's it. All I'm asking is, you can take it, make it a part of yourself, or you can even leave it. And I make no judgments or distinctions as to whether, oh, well, you took it, oh, you must agree with me. Oh, you didn't take it, oh, you rotten SOB. No. All I'm wanting is for you to understand me. Agree with me? Screw that. Just know, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but at least understand how I got to that point. That way you can say, okay, well, come here. All right. See, you made a left turn when you should have made a right and then over. Okay? See, that's how that happened. Okay? See, now if you had gone If you had taken the highway, you would have saved yourself a lot of time, but because you went the left here and took this way, that's what happened, okay? All right, so perhaps maybe next time we're good, okay? Otherwise, how are we going to be able to get together when there's something actually serious? Politics is not serious. Politics is not gonna come and kill us all. Trump is not gonna kill us all. Pelosi is not gonna come and kill us all. Schumer's not gonna kill us all. Brenner's not gonna kill us all. We're just... Yeah, disagree with Donald Trump. That's fine. Be angry at some of the policies that he has. But if you shut people off, they're not going to listen to you. Take this as an example. I'm going to purposely piss you off. Okay? There's a reason. Bear with me. All right? You ready? You jackass! Can I have $20? Now, exactly what did I do? Specifically, what did I just do? Yeah, I insulted you. I verbally assaulted you. But I also asked you for something. That's absurd. What the? Are you serious? I insulted you. So what's your natural? Oh, yeah, screw you. Come on. You're on the defensive. Anything beyond that, it's white noise. I'm still not getting that $20, am I? I started out with, and then I expected you to do something for me. Seems rather ridiculous, don't you think? And that's kind of what I feel about your tweet. You want me to understand your position on using your left hand versus your right. But if you start with an insult, that stops the conversation. And then I'm not going to try and even care about what point you made. Hey, screw you. All right? Now, I'm not saying you have to kowtow to everybody that... No. Like I said, agree with me? Screw that. That's not the point. I just want you to understand. That's all I'm asking. Starting out with an insult. Starting out with, you... It's not logical and reasonable based. It's emotional. And then you lose the argument. I don't know what you said after that point. I stopped reading. I don't know. I looked at some of the responses. Some said, don't put politics in this, and I only want you to, basically sing, just shut up and dance. Guys, look, dudes, and dudettes, Muslim judge. He's voicing his opinion. I personally disagree with it. But you have every right to say bye. I think it's the wrong position, though. You had others that were supporting you and all that other stuff. In the end, I think that we got to get beyond this, or it's going to be 100 times worse. Because it's also setting the precedent. The next election, if somebody that you like is in charge, well, then that gives us license to do the exact same things to that person. We got to stop this. It has to end. It's just bleeping politics. Have to stop making it as though it's life and death. It's not. And in the end, it's just going to end up destroying us all. Anyway, I honestly hope you listen to this. I know it's long-winded. She's so freaking tall. I hope that you maybe take a word out of this and it helps you. Hell, if I get a response, that'd be great. Anyway, I do thank you for your time.